Yeah, welcome to the fan reaction segment of Footy Week. The match you just saw was Chelsea against Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. Congratulations to Chelsea. Commiserations to Liverpool. Unfortunately, the Liverpool fans are not here. Perry chatted me that he's not feeling well. I can understand having to lose in that manner. But seriously, I dove my heart to Chelsea performance today. It was electric. It was what's the adjective I can use for it? Beating Liverpool
Yeah.
in that manner, and Liverpool going 3 games winless streak at the moment in Champions League and also in the EPL, dropping 6 points in the last 2 games in the EPL, and in that manner, losing in that manner. Liverpool was being served a dose of their own medicine. They are usually the team that scores the late winner and leave the opponent in disarray. But right now, they considered that Esteval goal in the late dying embers of the game. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I have the Chelsea fans here. A lot to unpack. So how do we start? Prof, making
Yes.
his debut on this game, on Footy Week as a whole. What's your take on today's game?
First off, good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to be here to be making my debut. It's nice to be. Um, I mean, what can I say? It was a very, very, it was a classic Barclays game. If the Premier League needs an advertisement, that's a very good one. That was a perfect advertisement for the Premier League. Very entertaining, football end to end. For me, Chelsea. This sort of win has been coming. They've needed this sort of big win. If you look at the last 2 3 years when the Chelsea project under Todd Bowley has started, we've really not got this. I know we beat Liverpool last season, but let's make no mistake about it. They were on the beach. They had won the league, so I wouldn't count that as a big win. So if you look at our
Yeah.
record against the top 6 teams, it's been ludicrous. It's been very poor. So we've needed sort of a statement win, and this was a statement win today. If you consider the team that was out there, Chelsea were down to bare bones at the back. It was a 19-year-old Josh Archimpong, a 20-year-old, 19, 20-year-old Hato and all that finished the game. These for me was a very, very impressive considering the injuries that Chelsea had. Liverpool had their first team out there. The talks about 150 million Florent, Isaac, all of these big names and how they will walk the Premier League. But today we've shown that they are very, very susceptible, very, very. They've got loopholes everywhere. I mean, we saw it earlier this season. Right? They were almost riding their luck every game. And the
Agreed.
Liverpool fans around me, I told them, I said, if you run out, you cannot. It's not sustainable. And it has happened. Chelsea has just gone to show that. Again, the big winners for me tonight is Arsenal because even though I'm a I'm a Chelsea fan. I don't see Chelsea challenging because for me because of uh, uh, the spine of the team for me is not still there yet. Look at that defense, the goalkeeper, the injuries that we have. So for me, Arsenal will be really looking at this match and they'll be so excited. I feel like they'll be the most excited team tonight after this result. So
Yeah, truth be told, as an Arsenal fan, I was telling Chimamaka before we joined this stream, I was telling him that, see, apart from watching as a neutral, but as an Arsenal fan, I was happy that Liverpool got beat because the chest in which they went into the season, you know, waiting for that Isak deal to get done, and when that Isak deal got done, and they just said it like they were going to walk the league and nobody's going to catch up with them. And seeing how they've been playing in the last 3 games is not a way to defend the title. But let me go to Chimamaka. What's your take? What's your take? Liverpool. Unfortunately, we don't have a Liverpool fan to back Liverpool up. But as of the first half, Liverpool had no shots on target, and Chelsea really dominated. Chelsea really, really the Caicedo goal, wonder goal, a contender for the goal of the season. The Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Reece James, the partnership in that midfield was so solid that what I saw in that game, I saw how they cut off the attacking threats of Liverpool from the wings, both the left side and the right side. Badiashile really, really stood up against Salah. What's your take on Chelsea's performance, despite the fact that Chelsea went into that game with a lot of injured players? We saw all the injured players on the bench. What's your take as a Chelsea fan?
Well, I'll thank you very much, guys. It's good to be back again. I'm good to be here again. Talking about the game. against Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. I'll take the positives from Chelsea actually. Looking at what at the start of the game or prior to the game when the lineup was dropped, there was a certain amount of fear that popped up within me saying, will this guys
You were
deliver?
not confident because
Yeah, I
I
wasn't.
had a conversation with you. You were not
Yeah, I
confident
wasn't.
at
I'll
all.
be very frank with you. I wasn't confident. Why I'm saying so is because it's not like the players can't play. My problem was, would they be able to deliver? So that was the only fear I had because I felt if you are starting your best players presently, because we don't have a bench, we didn't have a bench, in my opinion, if you're starting your best players, can we sustain the energy or keep the momentum up till the 90th minute? But man, these guys blew my minds out. The entire first half was in the hands of the Chelsea boys, and I saw the drive, I saw the zeal, I saw the togetherness. I think that has been the core of what happened in this game, and I hope it continues till the end of the season, bar injuries, because now we are battling injuries. In this same game, we had Badiashile, who just came back after a very long time, go back again. I hope it's not going to be a serious thing. Josh Achempong as well, who, please, I pray, I hope bar injuries, they will deliver this season. I'm not telling them to win the league, though, but they will deliver. In all, today's game was beautiful, right from attack to defense. Every part of it was amazing. Sanchez was on cruise all through. I was surprised that
Well,
Liverpool
I didn't see
didn't have
Sanchez. I didn't
he
see
was
Sanchez.
he didn't
Sanchez wasn't bothered over throughout this
he didn't
game.
actually do nothing in the game, in my opinion. He
Mm.
didn't do because there was no shot on target. In fact, there was no shot at goal. Every shot that was taken was skyrocketed, or a defender was there to do something good with it. So that's the beauty of what we watched today. And I hope these boys would keep up this energy, keep up this togetherness, and eventually keep grinding out results, because at the end of the whole day, it's the results that matter. Well, 3 points in the bag today. So it's a beautiful one.
TJ, you've always been backing Liverpool. That's why you've been a Chelsea fan, and you've always been supporting Liverpool. We've seen how PGMOL. I know it's a conspiracy theory. We don't have any fact to back it up. How Liverpool has always been gaining on the part of the referee officiating, but today the officiating was balanced. We can all agree that there was no contentious calls, no controversy. But that moment Garnacho fell in the first half. Would you were you thinking that was a penalty opportunity for Chelsea to go 2-0 up, and the referee just, even VAR checked it up and didn't even look at it at all? But what would you say about the officiating of today's game that
Yeah,
had Liverpool? Because the entire football fan base, I have been an Arsenal fan. I've always been saying, it be like say they support these Liverpool guys. But what's your take? Any
oh,
any
oh,
controversy? Nothing? Officiating okay?
so in my own perspective, yeah, for the penalty call, like the foul on Garnacho and all. So initially I thought it was a penalty, honestly speaking, but when VR
Same here too.
reviewed,
Same here too. Yeah.
when VR reviewed, then I saw that actually Garnacho went to ground easy. He could have, he didn't lose the ball. So if he just didn't fall and went for the ball, trust me, he would have still had the ball with him. So he just wanted to like commit the defender just to get a penalty. So yes, I was balanced with that. But to be frank, yes, I liked the game that, Taylor was, kill yourself. I don't really care. You guys should go bone to bone. But there were some calls I wanted him to blow. Honestly speaking, I felt that they were not siding us. I felt Taylor was not siding us. Well, there were some calls that at least he should have blown. But he just allowed it to go like, it's a big game. You guys should go bone to bone. Aura for aura. Anything you guys want to do. I really don't care. In as much as it's not something so like
Yeah,
large
crazy.
for me to like
Because the
ignore.
last 15 minutes, was, I was on the edge of my seat. I'm not going to lie to you. I was on the, now I can imagine how Chelsea fans and Liverpool fans would have felt. Because I was emotionally vested in this game. I'm not going to lie to you. But
Yeah,
looking at
definitely
it,
you will.
Prof,
Yeah.
at the point in the second half, the game had four most expensive players in the EPL in Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and the side of Liverpool, Florian Wirtz, and also Isak. But you being a Chelsea fan, how do you rate the Florian Wirtz signing? I think as a football fan, we can all see that Florian Wirtz has unbalanced the setup of Liverpool. Despite Liverpool fans clutching at straws, not wanting to believe, we can see that it's not working. Hence why he was dropped today. And he has completed the 007 and today made it the 009. So banter sha 009. Is there anything like that? After 009, waiting the game. But as a football fan, Florian Wirtz, what do you think? Do you think he has unbalanced the setup of Liverpool?
Yeah, like you said, the four most expensive players were on the pitch today, but only two showed up. Clearly, they were heads and shoulders are better than both. We only saw. I mean, the Caicedo goal was extraordinary. That goal, and that's something with him. He scores extraordinary goals. Doesn't score normal goals. Enzo Fernandez came alive in the second half. Better. It was. I mean, he almost played like a wounded lion in the second half. I've never really seen Enzo Fernandez take the game by the scruff of the neck. You know, he showed its form of leadership. So kudos to the boys, Chelsea boys. I was going to praise them. They did amazing well. But like you said, the Liverpool boys, especially Florian, will I say has unbalanced the team because he didn't start the game today. Let's get it right. He didn't start, but yet Liverpool did not look their best. For me, you can say too many players being bought in the particular window. I think it's affected the balance of the team. I don't think it's just Florian Wirtz. I think the fact that they made about 6-7 signings. I think that alone can really change, right from the dressing room can change something because he didn't start the game today and we can see Salah clearly. Salah is not the same person. Some people will say he was playing for the contract last season. I think he was, because he hasn't hit the heights, nowhere near the standards that we know. Same with with Van Dijk and Konate. Konate is in his last year of his contract as well. He's getting bullied here everywhere. They're licking goals, they're shipping left, right, and center. The fullback has changed. Trent Alexander-Arnold was a huge part of that team the way going forward in creating for Salah. His relationship with Salah, these diagonals, they clearly missed that as well. So for me, it's too much changes that affected the. Florian Wirtz obviously was maybe. I think it's a thing with the German players. I think they sort of struggle when they come in from Germany, maybe except Erling Haaland, who is a robot. But the remaining of them, you look at Christopher Nkunku, you look at Kai Havertz and these people. When they Timo Werner, just to mention a few, when they come to the Premier League, they sort of struggling because the pace and the intensity is quite different from the Bundesliga. I think there's undoubtedly enough quality in Florian Wirtz to switch it, change it. But the question is, how long will this spell go? It's getting to Arsenal now are on top of the table. Before you know it, the Arsenal might run away. But Arsenal don't concede goals. They are playing very well. They might just give them that serious gap that that's insurmountable gap that they might not be able to catch. So the earlier Slot gets into that dressing room and goes back to basics and tweaks something, he has to find a way. This is time for him to earn his money. Last season, the majority of that team was Jurgen Klopp's team, as people will say. When they say Arteta won the FA Cup with the Emirates team, so he also won the league with. I know it's different. It's different circumstances. He won the league with Jurgen Klopp's team. So now he has his own team. He bought Frimpong, he bought Kerkers. These players spent a lot of money, so he has to earn his money. He has to go and find a way to make it work. But clearly, the balance is not right.
TJ, you almost came for my head when I said at a point I had an opinion that Klopp inherited Jurgen Klopp's team. Yes, he made a couple of tweaks to whatever the tactics he was using last season, and he won the league. But now we can see they're trying to do the Galactical thingy, trying to sign big players here and there, and thinking it's going to work. So TJ, your take on Arne Slot. Arne Slot seems to be your buddy.
Oh, okay. So no, because of I followed him when he was still in the Eredivisie. So I think even when we were looking for a coach, I was actually like, oh, then that if we take up this guy, it's not going to be bad because I kind of liked him. So yeah, I know they are. Seems to be like an echo or something. Okay, so I know there are tweaks and all. I know he inherited like what's it called now? Club's team. That was what's like pushed. pushed in terms of winning the league last season and stuff like that. But to be frank, I can see some differences. And signing these new players, I still believe by like game week 7 thereabout. So there's still going to be some form of gelling, definitely. The competition is between Arsenal and Liverpool. And to be frank, I already know who is going to win it. In my own heart of hearts, I know who is going to win it at the end of the day.
Slow your boots on that.
I know who is going to win it at the end, because of Trust the Process FC will definitely do what they do best. And Liverpool will like lift the trophy.
I think
And all.
you're
But
forgetting.
to be frank,
You've said it all already.
you said?
I think you're forgetting Man City. They are locking behind.
Exactly, yes. And they are coming up, exactly. Since Donnarumma came in, they've been looking entirely different, honestly speaking. But one thing when I saw the lineup, I was kind of like scared, with just like Chima said, I was aligned with him. But when I saw the Liverpool lineup and I didn't see Ekiti Boy starting, I was happy, because I fear that guy more than Isak, in all honesty. And with Prof saying
It seems to be
German
in form.
players
It
have
seems to be in
struggled.
form more than Isak. Yeah.
Yes, German players, they've come to the Premier League and they struggled. But to be frank, the two players Chelsea actually tried to sign, Ekitiboy and Wotemande, they've actually been hitting it since they came. Even looking at their videos and everything, when I saw Chelsea was in like conversation, I was like, who be this one? Why would you buy this nonsense? See, I just want to like what I don't know. But to be frank, they came and they are hitting the ground running. They are proving themselves, unlike their predecessors who have come in and flunked. So I believe these guys can do well. And I believe I still have my hopes high for Slot this season, honestly speaking. And I believe the team is going to gel.
Well, usually I don't make my prediction until I see the first 10 games. But today being the match week 7, if Slot really, here's my own hot take. If Slot doesn't change, because it's a systematic problem. I've watched them the last 3 games, Crystal Palace. If you look at that game, just one pass, 1, 2, 3 pass, it splits the defense of Liverpool. And you see them, the opposition is having a one-on-one with either the centre back or is dragging the centre back out of position. The same thing happened against Galatasaray. They did it in the Champions League against Liverpool. And also, we saw that today. We saw glimpses of that today. So if Slot does not change, because it seems to be a systematic problem, and if he doesn't change it, my hot take, Liverpool might not be contending for the league this season. Like Prof said, there's a Man City behind, locking in the corner. There's an Arsenal, Arteta, who wants to win it because he's under pressure. And Chelsea also could be in the mix. We see Tottenham
We're
as
not in
well.
the
We see
mix,
what they're
so.
doing. No. We see what Tottenham are doing. Tottenham are playing good football. If they keep it for the next 30 or 25 games, they will be in the mix. So if Slot does not change what's the system that he's playing, it might be a hard one for them. But Chimamaka, to you, are you going to blame your gaffer for being sent off? We saw the Mourinho-esque celebration. Come on, the adrenaline, the passion at that moment. When he saw Esteval hitting the ball to the back of the net, I'm sure he lost control and he got the second yellow card. He was sent off. But do you have any qualms with that? Are you cool with Enzo Maresca not being in the dugout for next game for Chelsea?
Well, as a football lover and as a Chelsea fan, I don't like the fact that he'll be missing
You lose Chimamaka there.
being on the bench with the player. But I
Okay.
know he would be able to communicate with them either way. Yeah, but I saw the happiness in his celebration. I don't blame him for that. In the last few games, if you see, they have been what has actually cost us our losses had been personal errors from our players.
The
And
Gremlins. Is it only me? Okay.
yeah, what had cost our losses in the last few games had been personal errors, which actually has played a very big part in we losing against Brighton, drawing against Brentford and Manchester United. So he also complained during the press conference a day before, that's yesterday, about him not having 8 of his players. So I know what it is as a manager to have 8 of your trusted lieutenants not being able to don the jersey to play against a big or a high flying Liverpool team. And the guys he called upon or he entrusted the football to came up handy. So I expect such kind of celebrations from him because I know he's emotionally attached to his team. He's emotionally attached to football. Not just Maresca doing that. We have seen Jose Mourinho do similar. We've seen several Serie A players. I've seen Antonio Conte do same too as well. So I can understand the fact that he actually gone for this victory. And now, in the past few seasons, Chelsea has had a particular problem, which has been always having to lose to the big team. And I think this season that narrative has to change. Yeah, last season we beat Liverpool, but like Prof said, they were on the beach. So I saw that as, yeah, we needed a victory, no doubt. We got the victory, no doubt. But if we had faced them earlier when they had not won the league, would we have won that game? So it's different now. So at this time of the season, the seventh game of the season, we are playing a Liverpool who we know in their last 19 goals they've scored, 8 of them have come after the 83rd minute.
Yep.
And
Yep.
our
Yep.
boys, the boys we started off with, 2 went out injured. Either 2 or 3 went out injured. And still yet, the guys who came and decided to seal the victory. So it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to analyze. And the emotions actually we are skyrocketing. I see every Chelsea fan doing the same thing Enzo Maresca would do. But the bad part of it is not having him in the dugouts in our next game. But notwithstanding, well, you trust your manager. I trust my manager.
Yep. Yep. Great one. See, for me, I'm not going to have any qualms with it. So far, we got the 3 point. 3 point is what matters. But to round up this fan reaction segment, unfortunately, no Liverpool fans to talk about Liverpool, just the Chelsea fans here. And, looking at the next fixtures of Chelsea, also, we need to put into context the injured players, because really putting out a feat like that against Liverpool today, and like Chumamaka said, the players that were being called upon at the time when I saw Ato coming on, my heart was in my mouth. I was like, Salah is going to roast this guy. But you could see the determination, and I dove my heart for Rhys James putting in that shift, starting as the midfield. From the midfield, he
Yeah,
had to be
the
dragged
right
back
back,
to the centre back.
center back.
Yeah, right back, centre back, really put in shift, and that was a captain performance by Rhys James. But Prof, looking at your next fixtures in the EPL, Nottingham Forest. After the international break, you guys play Ajax in the Champions League, Sunderland also at home, Wolves, then Tottenham. Next 4 EPL games,
I think that those
pending
are
when the
very
other players will come
kind
back.
fixtures.
Because if you look at that table, the table has shifted a bit. I think Chelsea is on how many points now? 11, if I'm not
11,
mistaken. With
11
this,
points,
yeah,
yeah.
11. And looking at Liverpool's next sort of fixtures, they play Manchester United away. Their next 5 fixtures too is brutal. Do you think Chelsea have a chance to be up there
Uh,
and catch up with the big boys?
Look, first off, it's very good. It's very nice that we're going into the international break because, like you said, the injuries are a lot. So an extra 2 weeks will really be helpful for those players to get back to fit. Likes of Cole Palmer. We haven't even had our best player. Cole Palmer has barely featured this season. The Will, our best defender, has been out all through the season. So we've been doing all of this without our best player. So to have an extra 2 weeks off, for these players to get back, hopefully the injury to Badiashile and Nacho Fong is not a serious one. Hopefully they can get over it in 2 weeks. The fixtures you listed are very kind, in my opinion. I think you're Nottingham Forest, Ajax, Sunderland, these are kind fixtures for us to ease our way. As for the title race, I don't think we're going to be in the title race. I don't see us being there. I think we have that little bit of inconsistency. It's the same thing with us. We talked about bringing in lots of players. We brought Garnacho, 20-year-old, Gittins, 20-year-old, Estava, 18, Hato. These young players, the lap injured, Yao Pedro. We brought a lot of players as well. And they have to learn the Maresca style of football. They have to be embedded properly. So, it's going to take time. So I see us just going slowly bit by bit. If we arrive there, maybe, but I
I
think we're going
disagree
to
with
be
that.
in a Champions League fight at most. That's at best. So that's why I think the title, Liverpool will still be in and around there if they get their head together. But Arsenal, City, maybe City, 3 of them, I think they'll just be a little bit ahead of Chelsea in the race. But I think Chelsea
I
should be able
disagree.
to have a good fight.
have
Yeah,
contrary
Chimamaka, let's have your take. You disagree?
opinion to that? Yeah.
Yeah, let's have your take.
Yeah. Prof. Well said, though. But in my opinion, I think after the international break, we have some series of very physical games that we would need to actually tackle. Which I don't dispute the fact. I hope that we have a few of our players will be back. At least my happiness is Joao Pedro wouldn't be going for the internationals, which will keep him to get fit. I think the only player who was invited was in our team was Esteval.
Esteban.
So which means um Andre Santos will be available. Andre Santos will be available, which is a beautiful thing. We saw Lavia since the Club World Cup. I don't think he has played
He's
more
always
than
ready.
game.
He's always ready for Liverpool, Labia. Always ready for
Yeah, so
Liverpool.
exactly. So today he came and he put in the shift, and it was a beautiful thing. So I believe after the international break, we'll have some players back at least. Due to in their the medical reports, we are going to be having we'll be having Fofana back, we'll be having
Yeah,
Tosin back, we'll be
listen back.
having Cole Palmer back, we'll be having I think Andre Santos back. So at least we are going to have some moral boosters, some player boosts, which is enough motivation for the team. So I think the energy will continue. The energy will continue, which in my opinion is all we need now as it stands. Because but going with this victory to the international break is enough confidence to come back and continue on this momentum. Hopefully, those who go for international break are not going to come back with injuries, because most fans and most coaches fear is the fact that their best players go on international break and come back with half a leg. And that is everybody's fear. And we don't want that. So I believe that with this and with the players coming back, we are going to have a very good push before the December January break. So I think with this momentum and with the players coming back, hopefully we are going to give a serious push for the top four. So it's now left for the big boys. And let's not forget, we keep talking about the big boys. Are you guys forgetting we are world champions? So we are in that category. So you guys should
Facts.
also understand that. We are failing to understand
What
that we
club?
are world champions. Yeah, no,
Chimamaka,
no, no, no.
what
Not
club?
world
What
club. We
club?
are
What club?
world.
World champions
We are world
trashed local
champions. There's a
champions
difference.
tonight.
We are
Yes, so
world champions.
we are
So
world
that there's a
champions.
difference. So we are supposed to be not we are supposed to be seen. We are seen in that cadre. Either you want to look down on Chelsea Football Club or the Chelsea team is at your own peril. But in my opinion, and I will tell you as a Chelsea fan, if you do that, you will get 3 notes in the first half. You can go back to PSG and they will give you their receipt.
I think Prof is just trying to play. Prof is trying to play it slow. He doesn't
Yes,
want to
so
keep
I
the
want to play. I
expectations
want to
up.
play it safe.
Yeah, he want to play
Yeah.
it slow
Well, if we
because
arrive,
because
next year,
yeah,
just
I
just
think
to come
we
out.
have a Liverpool fan that just joined us. You can unmute and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Emmanuel. Congratulations, Chelsea Club.
Finally,
Yes, we know what it feels like to
just
win last minute now, to lose last minute now. It's okay. 2 weeks in a row is fine. Yeah. We give it all
but
to you guys.
quick one. What's your take on the game?
Now, I think
What's your take on the game?
personally, I think it was first half I
But
think Arsenal
so guys, I think we need to give Emmanuel a bit of credit, right? Being the only Liverpool fan that showed chest. Come on, but let's give him that credit.
no, it's like see, Chelsea this game first half you should have killed the game. Like that was your half.
Mm.
But from the second half, I think Liverpool finally grew into the game, created chances, and also Liverpool in the second half had chances to also wrap the game up if only Salah would was back at his old self. So for me, I just feel like it's one of those games where, in my opinion, the better team won. Like not even if not for the whole of the 90 minutes, for 60 minutes of the whole 90 minutes, Chelsea were the better team. Liverpool, as much as we want to say, what's that word called? As much as we want to say they are a new, just brought in new players. Even our old players are playing like they've not played with each other before. And I think more to that would be like they're just learning the system. Most of the people that Jurgen Klopp left behind are people who like Genge pressing players. If you leave Soboslai, he was
Solid mental
yeah, they
football.
just want to keep
Yeah.
going, and now you're telling these players to hold on to the ball, wait for this. They're still learning, so you see like a Gakpo running and Kakas holding the ball, and Gakpo is like the ball, let me just run. So yeah, but I heard you guys saying Chelsea top four. I think Chelsea might just surprise all of us and win the league. That's my that's my honest take. Just surprise all of us.
Prof, that's for you. Prof, that's for you. You were trying to play it down, but you can
No,
see.
it's not like that's why the keyword there is surprise, because this is them with almost like half of their team. Now with your full team coming back, Arsenal will tell you there is the thing where your first team comes in, they don't have the same drive as like Alex Stafford who wants to impress, and he's ready to die on the pitch. And those ones don't care about getting injured. Your first team might come back and everybody just say, I don't want to get injured. Some players will not go for, like Salah will not go for that goal. He will rather let it go for corner kick. So maybe if your top players come back and then you all start relying on gold palmer again to start scoring for you guys, and you guys don't feed in those other boys, then there might be problems. But
The reason why I said that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on. Can you, yeah,
You can
the
go on,
reason
Prof.
why. Yeah, the reason why I say that I don't think we'll challenge is because as much as we have the performance like the PSG final, as Chiamaka alluded to, and also a performance like tonight, right? We also have it in us to make mistakes, to play like the way we played against Brighton, where Chalobah can get a red card, or a bozo moment from Sanchez against Manchester United. No pressure, just come out and get a red card and ruin the game. I think we'll see that again happening to us. It's not going to be the last time we'll have moments like that. So until we get able to look at Arsenal do not make such mistakes. So when as a fan, right, I've gone to a point where when I know my team is actually really ready to challenge, I would say it. You don't make mistakes like that in Manchester United, the Sanchez moments, the Chalobah red card from a winning position, the red cards you had. We don't, as a title serious team going for the title, you do not do such. You don't make mistakes. So that's why I'm ruling out Chelsea from the title. Not because I'm trying to play safe.
no,
I just don't think come here will arrive there. I think we'll be in and around top four, but I don't think we'll challenge.
but again, those things are also learning curve. Those things are like also learning curve, Like Chalobah is probably just having his first full season. Like all those silly things are things that can, which of them made any silly mistake today? None. Everybody was on.
I think they were fantastic.
Yeah, like everybody was on their P's and Q. Yeah, so it's like one of those things where, I think for the first time, it's a good thing for your team, like to be underrated like that, because that's how Liverpool was underrated until the PGMOL aided us to win. So,
Yes. Yeah.
yes. Until PGM,
Thank you for bringing that out.
they aided us to win the championship. But at least when you call 2023, 2024 Champions League winner, and 2024, 2025 Premier League winner, it still says Liverpool, aided or not. No, but like being underrated, I think that's one of the reasons why I think you guys will just push, because nobody will be looking at you guys. Everybody will be placing more emphasis on a Man United or Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and you guys just keep taking those points, and then 5 games to the end, you realize one team lose, you win, you're top of the league over you won. So yeah, I think if you guys continue like this, you have shown that you have what it takes to beat anybody. So I'm basing it on.
I'll add to what you say. In addition to what you are saying, now in addition to what you're saying, I want to call back Prof to this. Now, Prof, you were talking about the mistakes that we made. Now, forgetting that, even irrespective of the mistakes that were made, or the individual mistakes that were made, most of the mistakes in those games were caused by the manager. And I'm happy to also see that, or to also listen to him say that those 2 games wherein the red cards came in were a learning curve for him. He said he had never in any part of his coaching career planned to play with 10 players. So those two games that had red cards were also a learning curve for him. And like you pointed out earlier, talking about today's game, I can tell you for free, we didn't have any terrible errors.
Yeah.
I don't think it
There
didn't
was
come.
none.
It only means one thing. It means these guys are alert to these things. These guys are trying to work on the red card, because we discovered that prior to this game, and in our last 19 matches that Chelsea has played, they've lost 3 of those games, and the 3 games they've lost, 2 we are red card. We had red cards involved in those games. So it tells you something. These guys
Yeah.
are there. It's not like
Yeah,
they
we're there,
don't.
We should have just allowed you
They
guys
are
get
they are
one red card
aware.
today.
Yeah, exactly. It would have changed the narrative. Actually, truthfully, yeah, he'll be confused against Man U. I was shocked. He was no sincerely. His happiness was that he was able to own up that he was clueless. And I don't think in such situations again, if for any reason they present themselves, that he would continue making those kind of outrageous substitutions he made. Because I think those substitutions cost us the Manchester United game. I could have told you that I would have said it for free, that if we still had a Pedro Neto in that game, there would have been a little difference. It wouldn't be as terrible as that. I don't know if you get, because even in the Man U game, we outplayed Manchester United, despite the fact we are 1 man down. So imagine if the substitutions were made rightly and the players applied what the manager would have told them to do. I think the story would have been very different. So in a nutshell, I see Chelsea being the underdogs. And let's not also forget, I think our history will also bring us back to this. I think when we won the Premier League in 2024-2025 season, that Chelsea team was actually the
2024,
youngest.
2025 season. Wait.
No, sorry. Sorry.
You
2004,
wish.
2005 season.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. My
204,
bad. My bad. 2004, 2005 season. If you guys check your stats back, you discover that Chelsea team was one of the youngest teams in the league that season. So we wouldn't take these things away from these guys. And let's not forget, there is a different bite that we are seeing. We were underrated in the Club World Cup. As a Chelsea fan, I didn't see myself playing in the finals. And I can tell you that 98%, I don't know what platform dropped the statistics, that 98% of voters voted that PSG was going to win the championship in the first half. But yeah, including you, including myself. But we saw an entirely different thing. We saw, in fact, I gave Chelsea winning just by a goal, but in the first half they bust the whole thing. So we forced Enrique to start speaking English. I didn't understand. So it is part of those things. I like Chelsea being the underdogs. It's a beautiful thing being the underdogs, but eventually we come out tops. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Underrated. Exactly. We were underdogs. After losing 3-1 in Napoli.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand.
Yeah,
before we come out well.
But
Exactly.
like, talking
Now
about
you're saying it.
underdog, like for a Liverpool last season, first 7 games, Premier League and Champions League, won everything. Like everyone, like yes, they've taken the league. Like I think that pressure of being the top dog,
Supposed favorite, yeah.
yes,
Supposed favorite.
It puts a lot of pressure on player more than, and not just player, on the club more than we know. Is that kind of thing where, because you want to now impress, it gets to the manager, and then the manager, like I think that's what got to with Enrique in the final, because he started thinking with a system that was winning everything for him, and then in the final he started changing how he played, just because everybody has said yes, you're the favorite, you're going to win. So I think and that's one of the reasons I'm giving it to Chelsea. I'm low-key a Chelsea fan this season. So unless
You're
I
welcome.
can understand.
unless we'll meet you guys second leg at Anfield, and it's all Chelsea. No, but good game.
Don't worry.
But
It's just one match in less than 30 games. Don't worry. We are coming.
Quick one, Emmanuel, just for us to round up this fan reaction episode. Looking at that second goal, previous game, Crystal Palace, Arne Slot kind of like singled out Salah
Mhm.
for that second goal Crystal Palace scored.
Mhm.
Now, looking at today's goal,
Mhm.
the winning goal, Salah too was kind of like pinpointed to be
Mhm.
the problem because he left.
Co-
If you notice, he
Cucurella.
left. What's his name?
Cucurella.
Cucurella.
Mhm.
Cucurella, going into that, creating an overload in the box,
Mhm.
and Enzo Fernandez slipping that pass to him, and he's scoring the ball, and Estevao hitting it in. Do you think Arne Slot could go on a rant again, picking out Mohamed
I
Salah?
don't think he will go on a rant. It's something like if you're a Liverpool fan, this is the first thing you know about Salah.
Mm.
Like if you watch aside from going going back, like when he's not playing well, he puts that extra pressure on himself to want to take every opportunity. We talk about what happened in the back. Well, how did they get the ball in front? Was because he tried to shoot a shot, and then boom, and then it's back at our post. So all those kind of things, yes, in my opinion, and I've been saying this since Mane left, they should have sold Salah instead of Mane. I
Wow.
love him. He scores us goals. He is a great player. I love him when he
A
scores
lot
against
of
us.
Liverpool fans will not agree with you on this.
I know,
A
but
lot.
and even my brother that is an Arsenal fan does not agree with me. I love him, but I'd rather have a man who is more consistent, who 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 can be selfish but knows when to be selfless at the right time. Like it's
Before you
not
joined
funny.
the episode, Prof said something about Salah playing for the contract, and ever since he got the contract, he seems not to be performing at the very best. We can see Salah. Like I said, I said something on another podcast that I said Salah had been start padding from the beginning of the season because you just ghost, and the next thing you just see him drop an assist and score a goal. Then the next thing, oh Salah. But what you take? Do you think, as an African man, he got the contract, he got the big box, and performance has dipped and dropped?
No, we forget that Salah is old. Salah is 33. He can't be at the same. What is Salah's biggest problem right now is Salah needs to change his play. He can't. This season, check. Salah has not dribbled past any player.
How that will he change his play? He has used that play for the past how many years in Liverpool? Bro, that's
I
his
know,
trademark.
but then you see Cristiano Ronaldo, the same play for so many years, scored so many goals, and when he realized he can't do that play, he has to learn to slow down. He just has to learn it. He can't be trying to like. Where I was so angry was when Salah was trying to the last season, the last game we played against Arsenal, and Salah was trying to dribble past Lewis Kelly and could not dribble Lewis Kelly. Remember Salah in his prime, like Lewis Kelly would be on his ass like 5 times in that game, but he could not. That was where the problem started. 1, 2. People also need to. I think this is what happened. Salah is still angry at Liverpool because in our bid to keep friends, they were ready to let him and Van Dijk go. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Lower that thing now.
Okay.
Thank you. So they were ready to let him and Van Dijk go. So he is still angry about that. I think he still has it because one of the things Trent was asking for was to be the captain. And there was no way he was going to be captain over Van Dijk and Salah. So they were like, okay, if you sign, probably. That's why I think they did not sign.
Yeah, your opinion.
Yes,
Yeah,
my opinion.
you're right.
Yes, that's why they did not give Salah and Van Dijk what's it called, their contract until they were absolutely sure that Trent was leaving. So they gave him, and I think, in my opinion, that still affects him. He's like, after I give all you guys all these things, and you guys still expect all these things from me, but you were so willing to, let me go. So I think that all those things still play with him. Then the last thing for Salah is that he has to learn the new strikers. He hasn't played with Ekitike before. He's so used to playing with Firmino or even Nunes.
And I think Salah is so used to those diagonal balls from Van Dijk and all those long passes from Trent Alexander-Arnold as well.
And he's no longer the focal point again of the team.
Yeah, he's no longer the focal point.
So because he's no longer the focal point, every time he gets the ball, he tries so hard to like score a goal, do something so that he is this thing. But I'll not lie, there was one very fine assist he would have given Isaac today that he missed. I was like, that's the Salah we remember, but it is not consistent. And then going back, I don't think the coach will call him out again this week, because calling him out again this week, it's not just bringing down the morale of Salah, it's also bringing down the morale of the whole team. And it will even make the fans turn on the coach. Like, me, I'll be fine with it. I really don't mind. But the majority of the fans, majority of the fans will turn on him like, nah, you can't talk anyhow about Salah. But yeah, Salah is slowly becoming a problem at Liverpool. Verse is better than Salah this season so far.
That's
But just to round
some
up,
talk for another day, bro.
Yep.
That's some
If
talk
you
for
watch,
Yeah,
another
like
if you
day,
watch
man.
our game, because see, people expect, and that's the big challenge with everybody knows Verts as a front player, right? So we expect to always see him in front. We don't see that Vert and Soboslai are the exact same box-to-box player. But Vert does not have the strength of the Premier League. So now he, instead of being in front and trying to play like a Firmino, he's at the back helping us, getting winning balls back on our behalf. And then by the time he runs to the front, he's too tired. He just needs to learn how to control his ball quickly, because he had so many of those chances today. Like his first touch was poor. He just needs to learn it. But in my opinion, I'll have Verts in that team, put Salah on the bench, play anybody, or even Chiesa on the right. Let Salah rest for a bit, then come in. If Salah came in the second half, we would have won, in my opinion.
Emmanuel has no joy.
well, yeah, true. Like, but we need to give him credit. We need to give him credit. Him being the only Liverpool fan that showed up. Perry,
No,
we have our
win or lose, Liverpool will die here.
Yeah, we like. I like such fan. I like such attitude from a fan of a football club. Like myself and Chimamaka was saying before the streaming started. Some people don't have that ability to be able to contain a loss. You know, when their team lose, they can't even sit down and think appropriately. But it's not easy. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get Perry Chimamaka. Yes, we'll get him. We know where we'll get him. Right? We know where we'll get him. But like
No
I said,
problem.
I really appreciate. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys for being on the show today. Like I said, congratulations to Chelsea and also commiserations to Liverpool. Yeah, and we'll take it up from here. This is the
Congratulations
main
to
event.
us now, top of the league.
Yes. We, like, it's still 30. How many games to go? 31 games to go.
31 to go, yeah.
Yeah,
242
games.
days.
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Oh
How
my
I wish the
God.
world can come to an end today. How I wish the world can come to an end today. Then we'll say Arsenal is the champion. But I really appreciate you guys.
I will not be on this show.
If wishes were horses, Arsenal will be the Club World Cup champions.
Yeah, whatever. CJ, thank you for showing up on the show. Prof, thank you for showing up on the show. Chimamaka, thank you for showing up. Emmanuel, thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice
Enjoy
to meet
the
all of
rest.
you also.
And you too, man.